I changed my mind. When I die, do not put me in a box. A fit I never mastered in adolescence. I reject letting one confine me when this body can no longer hold its breath in grade school. The hardest part of any standardized test was which race to box in. Since none of the multiple choice answers made sense for my subsistence math question, when does 1 + 1 not equal 2? When you are a human, made of history, not a variable, accounting for categories that do not contain you, being mixed, you exist as living math examination, a fraction, an x to solve for, but the equation never fully balances, and if the y-axis is acceptance, your existence doesn't ever quite touch it. I am the blend of two cultures, rich in both history and injustice, in spice and spiciness, in tradition and tribulation, a Jamaican, Mexican, American. I am Jamexican. Hear me roar. In a language you can only understand if you've ever looked in a mirror and wanted to alter your reflection. Adjust the tint, the brightness, color correct the melanin to something a little less authentic, more palatable to the masses, a one-size-fits-all checklist for heritage despite appearances. I don't speak Spanish. But English is not my only form of expression. I guess self-hatred could be language if you speak it often. And without realizing it, I became fluent, searching for a box to tick instead of a culture to be proud of. Self-love is not possible if you do not believe that something unique can also be something beautiful. And I was a smart kid that could never pass this test. A walking looking glass reflecting the version of me I thought you most wanted to see, a shattering identity with smile lines. Designed to hide the internal wounds I wasn't ready to Windex clean look at, so I stayed blurry, unclear. A smudged tone for skin, math question, when does a fraction become whole again? When it no longer needs to solve for its existence. When x is equal to the y of my being here, when the equation for equality no longer requires a TI-83 to balance unique with humanity, I am burying the parts of me that needed to be easy to categorize. And from its ground, growing a new definition for beauty, anyone that can love the flawed body holding in their identity something as confining as a box cannot contain our making. So my body finally sets my soul free. The only boxes that I want to see are empty ones.